because nobody's talking about his legal team, you understand, about what they did or didn't do. But right now, he had 18 companies, all of them parted away from him. The IRS is looking at him. The federal government is looking at him. Now they trying to go into court and say because his company wasn't existed at that time of some of the alleged rapes, that what we're going to do is we want them to take the companies out of the...
Gene Deal, a former bodyguard with explosive insider knowledge, has just dropped a bombshell that could shake the foundations of the music industry. Ever wondered why Diddy, one of the most controversial figures in hip-hop, has managed to stay out of jail despite numerous allegations and scandals? G reveals not only the shocking reason behind Diddy's uncanny ability to dodge legal bullets, but also unearths the chilling truth behind the murder of Diddy's father. This revelation connects the dots in a web of deceit, danger, and dark secrets. Join us as we delve into the murky depths of Diddy's untold history. But before that, don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get started. In an interview, Gene Deal explained the intense scrutiny Diddy faces from the legal system. He said, in the legal field, it's said that you could indict a ham sandwich, but the Southern District of New York boasts a staggering 98.2% conviction rate. To put that into perspective, out of 100 people, only 1.8 managed to win against them. Now, this district already has its witnesses and evidence lined up. In cases of sex trafficking, just one witness is needed to convince a jury. And who is likely to be that witness?
With the sex trafficking thing, it only takes one witness to convince the jury. One witness. And we know who that witness is going to be. Cassie.
Cassie. She filed a civil suit against Diddy, making her a key figure. One witness can be enough in these charges, and Cassie fits the role perfectly. Additionally, there are other individuals like Jonathan Audie. He was a sex worker who provided testimony, claiming he performed sexual acts with Cassie across state lines. His information was shared with agents, adding more weight to the case. So with such witnesses, the legal net tightens around Diddy. Gene Deal believes that the reason authorities haven't yet arrested him is because they are digging deeper. It's not just about sex trafficking. It's also about alleged guns and drugs. Though no formal charges have been made yet, the investigation is extensive. When charges are eventually filed, it's expected to be a massive legal battle. The Southern District of New York is known for its relentless pursuit of justice, and they don't play around. This case has escalated to a critical point. The authorities are meticulously examining Diddy's finances. They have scrutinized every business deal he's been involved in, analyzing everything with a fine-tooth comb. Once they complete their investigation and present their findings to his lawyers, Diddy will face a crucial decision. If he chooses to fight the charges in court, there's a high likelihood he will spend the rest of his life behind bars. The weight of the evidence and the district's formidable conviction rate make it clear that Diddy's legal troubles are far from over. The delay in taking action against Diddy is due to a mountain of paperwork and extensive investigations. Authorities are working multiple angles: the drug angle, the tax angle, and the gun angle. They need to trace the guns found in his house, and with over 250 cameras installed in his residence, there's a massive amount of footage for agents to review. The workload is immense, requiring thorough analysis and time. It took years to indict Chief D, and now he's in jail. This shows that these things don't happen overnight. Within the next 2 months, Diddy might be facing charges. Allegedly, his house is equipped with over 250 cameras, capturing extensive footage that investigators need to scrutinize. The belief is strong that Diddy is heading to prison. Despite not wishing jail on anyone, the evidence and star witness in the sex trafficking case make it seem inevitable. Only one witness is needed to secure a conviction in such cases, and the authorities already have their star witness, Cassie. Her civil suit against Diddy strengthens the case against him. The comparison to R. Kelly is telling. R. Kelly went to jail for sex trafficking, even though the girls were allegedly living with him willingly. If he was convicted based on that, it's perplexing why Diddy hasn't faced similar charges yet, given Cassie's allegations and the substantial evidence being gathered. The authorities are meticulously building their case, going through every detail to ensure nothing is missed. The process is slow but thorough. Diddy's vast surveillance setup means investigators have to go through an overwhelming amount of footage. Each piece of evidence needs to be carefully examined to build a solid case against him. Could Diddy take others down if he gets arrested? Absolutely. His father was known as a rat. Here's a story that sheds light on this. A gangster once said, "When you go there, kill the father and the son." The guy replied, "But the son is just a baby, only 4 years old." The gangster insisted, saying, "His father was a rat, and the son will grow up to be one too." It's hard to imagine Diddy going down without dragging others with him. His father was murdered because he betrayed his team. Like father, like son. Diddy's dad was indeed known for ratting out his associates. This story comes from a conversation with New York Freddie. Freddie Omar, a major figure in Harlem, wanted to talk and share the true story about Diddy's father. Freddie had tried reaching out to Russell Simmons and Diddy to reveal this history. New York Freddie was one of Harlem's biggest gangsters. Diddy's father worked for Freddie's team, brought in by a close friend. Freddie recounted how Russell Simmons used to work for him, handling tasks like taking his laundry to the cleaners. Freddie described his office, which had a glass table with $1 million in $100 bills beneath it. This was the environment Diddy's father was involved in. Freddie's stories paint a vivid picture of the criminal underworld. He started a record label back then, and Russell Simmons was part of his operations. New York Freddie, whose real name is Freddie Myers, was eventually picked up with a lot of money stashed in his house, particularly in the basement in Mount Vernon. This background on Diddy's father highlights a pattern of betrayal and crime. If Diddy faces arrest, it's likely he would expose others to reduce his own sentence. His father's legacy of betrayal suggests that Diddy might follow the same path. The history of deception and criminal ties in his family adds another layer to the intrigue surrounding Diddy's potential legal troubles. He shared a chilling tale about having cops on the payroll. One cop brought in crucial information and paperwork, and Diddy's father took a confession. For this, he was given an extra $10,000, but Diddy's father betrayed their operation, prompting New York Freddie to instruct the guy who brought Diddy's father into the crew to handle the situation. Diddy's father, driving a cab, met his end on Central Park West. New York Freddie revealed that the person who carried out the hit was the one crying the hardest at the funeral, even carrying the casket.
And the guy who killed him was carrying the casket, crying the hardest at the funeral. I was like, oh.
This revelation added a grim twist to the story. Gene Deal said that this story was initially intended for the members-only page of The Gene Deal Show on YouTube. However, a woman who dated Diddy's father at the time shared her perspective. She was waiting for him because they had plans to go out to Smalls or another place on Macomb Bridge. She texted the entire story, describing how she never knew why Diddy's father was killed.
Now, check this out. I was going to tell this story on my members-only page on my YouTube channel, The Gene Deal Show. Only my members, hey, but I'm going to give it to you. It's this lady that told me she was dating Puff's father at the time.
Word spread through Harlem about the murder, and she went to a bar the next day. The same guys who worked and sold drugs with Diddy's father, including New York Freddie and his crew, were there. They were laughing and talking, as if nothing had happened. This shocking reaction highlighted the cold and ruthless nature of the underworld Diddy's father was involved in. The story reveals the dark and dangerous life Diddy's father led. It paints a vivid picture of betrayal, crime, and the harsh realities of the criminal world. The betrayal by Diddy's father set off a chain of events that ended in his murder, a fate sealed by the very people he worked with. She thanked Gene for revealing the story about New York Freddie and Diddy's father, finally understanding what happened. Melvin Combs, Diddy's father, was a rat, as confirmed by Gangsta himself, who mentioned having police on the payroll. They had Diddy's dad on tape, confessing everything. When asked why he ratted out his crew, he simply said he didn't want to miss a wedding. This story, shared by New York Freddie through Omar, highlighted the brutal reality of betrayal and the consequences that followed. The question arises about who Diddy might bring down with him if he gets arrested. It's likely he will target whoever he thinks can help him the most. The feds, however, are strategic. They won't target high-profile individuals like Clive Davis or Jimmy Iovine unless absolutely necessary. They focus on lower-level people unless there's a significant reason to go after bigger names. It's hard to predict exactly who will be targeted, as the list of potential people remains unknown. According to Gene, if authorities aim to make examples out of certain individuals, they might go after those involved in Diddy's infamous parties, similar to the Epstein scandal. This speculation adds another layer of intrigue to the unfolding drama. The fear is palpable among those who attended these high-profile gatherings, as they could be next in line. The conversation then shifts to Stevie J, hinting at ongoing conflicts and tensions. The dynamics within Diddy's circle are complex, filled with secrets and alliances that could unravel under legal scrutiny. When asked about Stevie G defending Diddy, the response was clear. Stevie has nothing else to do. What really frustrates people is how these guys forget those who look out for them. The ones who got them into clubs, studios, and ensured they got home safely. But now, with their newfound fame from shows like Love and Hip Hop, they feel entitled to speak out. Stevie G knows very well the kind of person being talked about here. The one who would kick him so hard, he'd taste shoe polish, the protector who always had his back. There are pictures to prove it, showing the time spent as Stevie G's bodyguard, always ensuring his safety. Stevie G gets upset over some comments, but the truth is well known. When it comes to placing bets, the trust goes with someone solid, like 50 Cent, not Stevie J. If the stakes were high, betting everything, house, car, jewelry, would be on 50, not Stevie J. The reality is, if 50 Cent hit Stevie, he wouldn't wake up until the middle of the next week. Stevie G defending Diddy raises eyebrows. The speculation is that Stevie might be on some of those tapes too. He's known for making tapes that have surfaced online. Without going into details, it's clear there's a specific tape involving Stevie that everyone knows about. For him to defend Diddy, it suggests he's got something to hide. Rumors say Stevie lost his house and other possessions, leaving him in a tough spot. Now, he's standing with a grown man at another man's house. So the question arises, what exactly is he going to do? Puff called for support, and the only one to step up was Stevie J. The infamous tape being referred to doesn't need much explanation.
I don't know whatever someone does in their bedroom, that's what they do. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just here to say that I've never seen my man doing anything foul like they talking about.
None of it. All of it. I mean,
I've never seen it. I've known him for 29 years. And then it's like with guys like 50, you know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Tom cats like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you want to put me, I don't know if y'all saw the poster where 50 posted about me. Of course you guys seen
yes,
it. Right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, 50 has been going after Diddy and everybody associated with him for months now, ever since the Cassie lawsuit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, you can't brush under the rug. I don't see anybody reporting about what Tatted Up Holly said about him